Welcome back.
Hola.
Today we're going to be talking about where our tribal instincts and our unhelpful patterns come head to head in an ugly amalgamation of putting ourselves last. Let's please welcome one of the horsemen of burnout and disconnection from the self, people pleasing. One of the things that I most want people to take away from today is to not misrepresent people pleasing for somehow meaning that somebody is more empathetic or more giving than others. Is it true that some people have more capacity for these things than others? Yes. And there is very much a good place in the world for altruism and a sense of community that would make the world a far better place than it currently is. I'm not here to encourage people to become self-centered and to stop looking out for each other. That's not the intention of today at all. So let's get down to the specifics of where I'm actually coming from. Machiavellianism is where you will put yourself first and manipulate a situation so that you will get personal gain, even if it is, and maliciously and knowingly so, at the cost of other people, and you just throw them under the bus where your gain is seen as a justified means for doing this. We do not want this. No. This is bad. People pleasing, however, is not the healthy alternative. No. So what tends to happen with people pleasing is this weird, almost equally toxic mirror image of Machiavellianism, where you want other people to like you so much.
But we're not actually playing football. Great.
That you're willing to throw yourself under the bus.
I mean, it's a flaw. It's not like on a good picture. So long as we're happy.
So long as everybody else is happy.
It's not like we have oranges at half time. Great.
At a glance, that sounds admirable, right? The fact that somebody would be willing to do this. But let's have a look a little bit more closely at what's actually going on here. So you are making yourself suffer deliberately so that you may gain the acceptance of others rather than simply allowing them to see who you really are when you're not taking a bullet for them. Most people will choose to take one for the team upon occasion. However, it goes against our human nature and therefore our authenticity to be the one who always will suffer for the benefit of others. So the uncomfortable truth about people pleasing is that while it usually comes from a good place, it's actually a form of manipulation to try to earn the love of others. People pleasing comes from a place of scarcity and fear. A fear of not being enough and that others are going to reject you unless you pander to them. The awful cycle of people pleasing is this. The more that you do it, the less authentic that you're being, and the less seen that you will feel because you are always masking your true needs. However, the more that you people please, the more encouragement that you will be receiving to keep doing it because other people are going to be delighted that they always have you to take the hit for them. So the tragic feedback that you end up receiving is that when you self-sacrifice, others will accept you. This is the fast lane for losing complete connection with who you are and becomes a toxic cycle that rewards you for betraying yourself over and over again. So through this, you end up neglecting your true self and your needs. Everyone else is being benevolently manipulated into liking who they think you are, but they might not know the real you at all. So in short, everybody loses, even though it may not look that way on face value. So what's the alternative? And how do we start to work towards it? What I like to call healthy selfishness, combined with a healthy amount of altruism, means knowing when to give to others and doing so with authenticity and without resentment. It also means taking responsibility for saying no when you know you don't want to do something, or when you know that you are not going to be okay with the consequences should you say yes. It does mean that you might lose some people, or at least frustrate them at times, but at least you will not lose yourself. Remember that every time that you're saying yes,
the golden rule,
you are by necessity saying no to something else. So if you're always saying yes to everybody else, you're going to be saying no to yourself sometimes. People pleasing is not going to be something that you can shift overnight. And it does comprise a large part of the work that I do with my clients. Often it can be helpful to start by reconnecting with yourself. You might not be ready to start to say no yet, but it can be useful to start to wonder where you might be choosing to say no in the future and why. What triggers your resentment? What feels fair? Start to have these conversations with yourself, and gradually that's going to build your courage until you're able to reintroduce your authentic voice back into your world. I hope that you got something out of this, or at least found it interesting. Until next time, peace out. One of the things that I want people... It begins! Welcome, let's please introduce one of the horsemen of burnout and of forgetting I'm saying that so well. Let's try that again. I want you all to become, super self-centered and to just stop caring about each other. And I'm ranting, aren't I? Machiavellianism is when you forget exactly what you were about to say. For sakes. It sounded so convincing, didn't it? It was like, I'm gonna start amazingly and it up straight away. Put your fells first. Put your fells. Put your fells. ¿Qué? No hablo inglés. So what tends to happen with... You giggled! In this situation, you are making yourself suffer deliberately. Brain fart. So I sort of gave it a Pantene moment.
Because you're worth it.
Yes, technically L'Oreal, but here we are.
So you are making yourself suffer deliberately in order to... I had it! Mummy's making a good point, I must f*** it up. Oh my God, will the tippy taps never end? Of course you should lean against this door, specifically, something that they never do. Are we done? Oh my God! The awful cycle of people pleasing is this. The more that you do it, the more that you will forget your words, and the more that you're going to get frustrated with yourself, because this is your own needs and yourself, and everybody else is being benevolent. While everyone else is being benevolently, why can't I do this? Benevolently. Oh, I did say it right, didn't I? Good.
Great.
Go me. And everyone else is being benevolently manipulated into... I got it wrong.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
So in short, everybody loses. And I forgot what I was going to say.